everyone, I'm Chester44, and welcome to this Let's Play of Neverwinter Nights 2, Mask of the Betrayer! Last episode, we managed to complete the rest of the issues over here. We had a very interesting dream of sorts, and got a strange mask out of it. In which we saw a bunch of the previous, Spirit Eaters, and some mysterious red woman who looks like Sophia, of all things. Very strange. We also took care of the burning woods problem, and took care of the, diseased forest over here. Everything in the forest has been solved, so now it's time to go report in. Oh yes, we also have a few things that we can sell, I think. Do we need any of these? I don't think we do.
Yes?
All can hear.
Gather behind me. I shall lead.
Your command?
I mean... Gnarlthorn Sacrifice. No, I don't think we need it.
Yes.
What have you got? Races of Archery, you
Yes.
that. You can't wear that, you can only wear those three things.
Fall in.
Alright, we can sell all of these. I think he sells them over at the beginning, but let's go deal with this first. What can I do for you? I have dealt with the problems in the wood, as you asked. This is the first good news in some time. I am greatly relieved that you were able to do this. You must forgive me, but there is one further matter in which I need your assistance. I will help if I am able. I am sorry it was not something I could speak freely of to an outsider. But I see now that you are true to your word and capable of great things. It cannot be a coincidence that brought us together. It was for a good cause. Let me speak plainly. My garrison has been betrayed. My berserkers were sent to their deaths in the forest. It will only be a few more attacks before the garrison falls. This happens because Dalenka wills it. Dalenka? Why would she betray her own garrison? Dalenka is not who she appears to be. She is a Durthan spy, here to weaken Hathran influence on this place. What's a Durthan? Durthans are women who command magic and seek to shape the course of Rashaman. I suppose they are not unlike the witches in many ways. But their methods and goals are dark and ruthless as the spirits they serve. They are sworn enemies to the Hathrans. What's so special about this garrison? The Woodman is a powerful ally of the Hathrans and a great provider of counsel. Our presence here protects the Ashenwood as much as it does the rest of the land. The Durthans would gain much power if they could freely access the forest. How do you know this? It is why I am here. My sisters suspected her. They sent me because it is less obvious than having a second Hathran looking over the same garrison. For a long time I noticed nothing. Then one night I saw her sneak into the forest. She returned every night for a week. Before I could report this, the attacks started. Why not just tell the witches now? It would be too late. I would have left my berserkers to their deaths defending this place. I could go and tell the witches for you. I'm afraid that would do me no good. By the time you returned, you would find this outpost consumed. What can be done about this? I do not wish for my berserkers to come to any more harm. If they die in Dalenka's defense, she will have done what she intended here. The only way to prevent this is to convince them to unite against her. I do not expect them all to join, but for what lives you could save in this way, I would be grateful. Why do you need me for this? Just as I have been watching Dalenka, she has watched me. If I were to meet with all my soldiers, she would know. On the other hand, you have already been wandering freely about her garrison. For you to speak to each of the soldiers would not seem so strange. At least, not from the one who Dalenka already considers to be a very strange person. Hey! Forgive me, but you must know this is how she sees you. Can I count on you to lead this mission? You still haven't explained what this has to do with the Woodman. The Woodman has been weak for a long time now. However, his disappearance from the Ashenwood is recent. Whatever Dalenka has been doing in the woods at night, the Woodman's disappearance is tied to it. As long as she is here, he will remain hidden. How do I know I can trust you? We have already fought on the same side of a battle once. More so, I think you know it in your heart. It would not matter anyway. Delenka has told you she will not help you in your quest. If you choose not to help me now, you are stuck. The evil witch must be stopped. You have my aid. You have my deepest thanks. There are only 5 berserkers stationed here now. You will find them at the gates near the barracks or walking patrols. Once you have spoken to them, you should confront Delenka immediately. Do not seek me out again, or she will know what we are up to. I will join you when you confront her. May the spirits guide your way. Very well, then. I guess this is what's going to happen. Let's start with Kozlov. You're in my way. Nadaj has sent me to discuss something urgent. Really? And what would that be? Delenka is an agent of the Durthans. She has been responsible for the troubles here and in the forest. That is a ridiculous claim. If you were a Shemi, I would already have parted your head from your shoulders. What proof do you have of this? Nadaj has seen her go into the forest late at night. That is proof of nothing. Delenka communes with spirits often. They are more active at night. It is crime to disobey a Hathran, but mutiny? That is the worst and most shameful offense a berserker can bring on himself. You serve Nadaj as well as Delenka. She is convinced of Delenka's treachery. You have come here with nothing. No evidence, no amount of thought. You deserve death for this. If we hadn't been ordered to leave you unharmed, I would do the honors now without another word. Until that order is lifted, I will be watching you. Is there anything I can help you with? Nadaj sent me. She's troubled by recent events here. There is much to be troubled by. The land suffers. The spirits lash out in anger and in fear. We are paralyzed here. The attacks will keep coming until we are wiped out. Nadaj wants to do something about it. What did you have in mind? We are going to remove Delenka from power. I was hoping you had thought of something less destructive. Such an action will surely divide our loyalties and leave us with many complications. I am of 2 minds on this matter. As a berserker, I serve the Hathrans, but as a Rishemi, my first allegiance is to the spirits, and it is the spirits here who may have the gravest need. Your faith must come before concerns of duty. While the one is important only in life, the other determines everything afterward. What you say rings true in my heart. My greatest loyalty must be to the spirits. Do what you will. I will be ready when the time comes. That's 1 on our side. 3 more. I need some water. Something you need, Outlander? Nadaj is in need of your help. Oh? What kind of help? Help against Delenka. Nadaj says she is a Durthan spy. You would start a rebellion against Delenka. How could you possibly justify this? Delenka is responsible for the deaths of most of the berserkers here. If we do not act now, more berserkers are sure to meet the same fate. You are very committed to your cause for someone with so little knowledge of what he opposes. Delenka is older and wiser than anyone I have ever known. How can you think to judge someone with so much more knowledge and experience than her own? I would gladly follow her to the end. She has brought about calamity and suffering through her decisions. Wisdom is useless if no good comes of it. I suppose that even wisdom is subject to the motives of those who possess it, and not all who are wise are good. You make a strong case, stronger than I expected. Though I am not proud of it, I will assist you. Oh look, a random living berserker.
Greetings.
What is it you want? How do you feel about Delenka's leadership here? You ask a dangerous question. There had better be a good reason. I am here on behalf of Nadaj. It's important. Nadaj. Now there is someone who has not forgotten the value of our lives. And Delenka has? Delenka has sent most of my Fang to die. She would not go with them. Would not let Nadaj go with them. We berserkers are strong, yes, and capable warriors. But in the woods, in a place of spirits and magic, traveling without a Hathran is walking blind. Nadaj believes that Delenka did it on purpose, that she's a Durthan in disguise. It would explain a lot. Many of us have had our doubts, but we can say nothing against the Hathrans. As long as you follow the word of one of the witches, you are within the law. As long as my fag isn't hanged for treason, I would welcome the chance to remove that witch. I will heed your call when it comes. One more. That's the merchant here. First things first, I want to sell all of these things. Thank you. Now then, Nadaj sent me to discuss a proposition with you. Then you have my ear. Nadaj believes Delenka is a Durthan spy. She sent me to ask for your support against her. Nadaj is a smart woman. I knew that one day this garrison would be hers. I didn't expect it would be so soon. You're a merchant. You know that to succeed you must take risks and seize opportunities when they come your way. Nadaj's gratitude will pay off handsomely. What you say is true, and that principle has never led me astray. Very well, you have my support. When you decide to go through with this, I will be there. Indeed. Hopefully this is the right choice. Now we must speak with her. I bid you farewell, yet here you remain. I am expectant of help I am not bound to give. Your plot is exposed, Durthan spy. Come outside and face justice for your crimes. Durthan spy? Oh my, Nadaj has been busy lately, hasn't she? Lead the way, stranger. I am more than prepared to show everyone the justice they came for. Indeed. Although, now I'm thinking again. So the faces of the conspirators are revealed at last. Yes, I knew this was coming. To think that you were so easily seduced by the hollow words of an utter stranger. I am truly embarrassed for you. Silence. You are here because you are accused of being a Durthan spy. What do you say to this? If you believe that I am the root of the troubles here, you are in for a hard truth. Consider, the garrison was first attacked only a few days ago. How long has it been since your awakening, cursed one? But it was your decisions that led the garrison to ruin. You have made decisions with only your own interests in mind. Claiming the forest should still be our first concern, Delenka, not waiting here to be overrun. How could you send the men into the forest and not go with them? It is time to yield to new blood, Delenka. I see that you choose to remain naive. Very well. There is but one law in Rashomon, and it is the word of the Hathrans. By opposing me, you and those who aid you stand outside that law. Death is the appropriate sentence, but as we are far from the nearest executioner, it appears I shall have to administer it myself. Kill them.
No match for me.
Oh, Delenka's dead. What is all this? What have you done to Delenka? Exactly what you told me to. You said to rise up against her. Berserkers! Behold the source of the attacks! This foreigner has brought plight and ordered fire to the forest, and we have paid for it. What are you doing? Now he has led you in a false coup in my name. Destroy him! And dodge. She was behind this. We made the wrong choice. Perhaps we should have spoken to her first. Oh dear. Amulet of Protected Dalliances? The half-elf ranger Kraylin acquired a dangerous addiction to the companionship of dryads, nymphs, and sylphs. Though lacking in willpower, the ranger was exceedingly bright. He commissioned this protective amulet to increase his chance of survival when pursuing his hobby. Oh. Interesting. Leashed Adjuration. This potent ring consumes some of its wearer's stamina to provide an impressive array of defenses from enemy magic. No. And +5 quarterstaff and robe of the Archmagi. We made a bad choice. Oh dear. We should have spoken with her first. But she ran off into the forest. She must be over at this tree, is the only place I can think of. There she is. Why is she...
Your tasks here are nearly complete. We wish to offer our thanks.
We?
We are the outrage, the fury, the vengeance. We are one. Long have we festered, desiring only to protect, yet bound and suppressed by the one who purports to speak for these woods. He has failed, has faded to nothing. Now we are all that protects. We are the need, the distress, the suffering.
And you betrayed me. Why exactly?
We were threatened. We burned. We wilted. We yielded to parasites. Those same forces that freed us, they encroached upon us. We needed them gone, and you obliged. We are grateful.
Who am I talking to here?
This woman. She is a shell. A garment worn by the feral instinct of the forest. Ashenwood, I fear, is about to shed this husk, and our blood may soon follow.
We needed a vessel, an instrument, one whose will could be fused to our own. We took the effort. We are the protector. We are the land. We are one.
There must be some way to free you, Nadaj.
We ask that you help us, that you remove the remaining threat. We ask you to die.
Oh dear. And your cop is here somehow. Well, there goes Nadaj. Dear. Genius loci. We need to destroy these. Oh, this is going poorly. dealt with. One more. I think that's all of them. Oh my.
Towering above you is a vast spirit in the form of a tree, much like gnarlthorn in shape, only the eyes are different. They are huge and lustrous and brown, shining with a savage awareness.
It is him.
A wind rises across the surrounding trees, like the first breath of some reawakening god. The mouth of the tree spirit opens soundlessly, but a silence is suddenly lifted from the forest. An unnatural quiet that you never realized was there, until now.
Bow before the tree spirit.
This one's moods shift like the winds, even more so than mine. A humble approach is best.
The tree spirit seems to notice you for the first time, and the lustrous eyes flash. The creature draws back, and the great wind fades, falters, as if the spirit is struck by a sudden weakness or pain.
Will you always be here when I wake, devourer of souls? Gorge on my life 100 times and you will never be sated. Nor will I ever die while the forest persists.
We have never met. Perhaps you speak of another spirit eater who came before.
The face changes. The hunger remains the same. Why did you slay the parasite and call me forth, if not to feast once again?
The parasite, the evil spirit in the tree. What was it?
Anger, hatred, the forest's fury made flesh and wood and will. Your hunger dispersed my soul, and that fury arose in my place. It seeped into the souls of the small ones, the gentle ones, and slew them, called to the fouler ones, and drew them hence.
Why did it ensnare Nadaj?
Hatred has no mind of its own. It must find a center, a focus, a thrall. Through her mind and her voice, the parasite schemed and avenged.
And the parasite, was it preventing your return?
Yes. While I was dispersed, the anger grew too strong. The hatred, the parasite, had to be torn from the forest's heart before I could emerge again.
So you were too weak to fight the parasite on your own.
The woodman is silent, its lustrous brown eyes flat and unmoving. Somehow you sense that the great spirit is confused, that somehow you are not what it expected.
Yes, I was and am too weak.
What are you exactly? How long have you been here?
My spirit rode upon the seeds that drifted to this place from far over the mountains, washed in memories of verdant plains and purple stone. Chontia, Mailiki, Larue, I knew them as beasts, savage matrons of the hunt, leading their packs beneath my boughs, before the dreams of men changed them into mild, docile things.
The witches sent me to find you, to seek a cure for my hunger.
You still do not understand what you are. Neither did those other faces, which hid the same hunger that you bear. They called it a gift. You think it a curse. It is neither.
If my hunger for spirits is neither gift nor curse, then what is it?
It is your nature. Hunger is what you are. You were not always thus. But how your nature changed is not known to me. Yet, I sense a wrathful touch upon your soul. The touch of a god. A god who is dead.
You believe that a dead god somehow changed my nature, cursed me with this hunger. That seems unlikely.
A dead god nearly killed you when you tried to escape his barrow. Not all that is dead lies still.
A dead boar may fall into a stream, putrefy, and corrupt the waters. A dead tree may topple and rot, providing life for 1,000,000 swarming ants.
So a dead god somehow changed my nature. But which god and why?
An unfamiliar god, a stranger to the forest. Jontia, Mailiki, Larue. These are the gods I knew in their youth, and their wrath is different in kind.
The witches said that you'd fought spirit eaters before. What do you remember of them?
Your hunger has but one face at a time. That face may change, but always there is only one.
So there is only one spirit eater at a time. Do you remember anything more?
Yes, the faces always perish. The more they eat, the more they must eat. And the hunger devours them, burns them from inside, and passes to a new face. The face that stands before me now will also be consumed.
How can I defeat my hunger?
You cannot defeat your own nature. You must be what you are. And in being, you must finally succumb. To change your nature, to return to what you once were. Most such changes are impossible. Burn a forest to ash, and you can only plant anew.
Surely there must be a way to gain control over my hunger, to ensure that I don't harm anyone else. Actually, you are weak, injured. I can at least bestow some of my life force upon you to try to set things right.
Such an act would defy the nature of your hunger, and teach it to obey you, perhaps.
Gather your spirit energy and direct it into the Woodman.
You close your eyes, clear your thoughts. You can feel the dark presence within you, seething and eager, desiring the Woodman's vast and defenseless soul. But you realize your will has grown stronger since you first felt the stirrings of hunger, and you have gained a measure of power over the dark presence that lurks inside you. You take hold of that presence, meeting savage hunger with steadfast will. You command the presence to obey, to reverse the flow of life from yourself to the Woodman, and the power surges forth.
Lost is restored. The forest breathes, and its anger fades to silence. Thank you.
My predecessor's debt is paid, Woodman. May your forest have peace.
It seems your hunger, as powerful as it may be, is nothing compared to your will.
Indeed. Oh wait, one more treant that needs to be killed. It must have spawned right at the end. And it seems we got a new feat out of that, too. Bestow Life Force. You effectively reverse your ability to drain spirits, instead converting some of your spirit energy into HP for you and your companions. This ability fully heals all companions and raises any who have fallen unconscious. The amount of spirit energy it costs is proportional to the amount of damage healed, to a maximum of 1 complete stage of the spirit energy bar. This ability can be the most potent way to reduce craving as well. It causes you to lose an amount that is also proportionate to the amount of damage healed. Okay. Good to know. It is effectively an ultimate version of self-sacrifice. I only wish we hadn't done what we did. Also, we have this Fate Carver. This mighty axe was forged by a dwarf who believed the gods toyed too much with mortals. He wished to create his own destiny. He toiled by himself to make what he felt were weapons that could defy the gods. Exiled by his clan, this dwarf's name is long forgotten, though his symbol, HT, is clearly engraved on the handle. Wonder who it is. Very powerful, though.
Yes.
You got... Okay.
Yes.
That said, we're gonna have to rest.
Yes. Yes.
And I am very upset about what happened. That we ended up effectively, well, like it said, destroying the camp and killing the one who actually was in charge. We should have spoken with her first. By all rights, I should reload and do it again, but I'm sticking with the choice I made. Let me make a rest here once the entire party gathers. Well, we didn't lose much. We can regain with a suppress. Alright. I am going to end this episode here. Next episode, we'll report back to the witches and speak with our companions a bit. I'm sure we'll have more information. That'll be in the next episode. So until then, I'm Chester44. That is Travis Ignam, Ganiev, Sophia, Oku, and Kaji. Looks like this one berserker is going to remain in charge of this place. So there's someone. This has been a Let's Play of Neverwinter Nights 2, Mask of the Betrayer. And I shall see you all next time.